Are you an indie podcast or content creator? Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Listen to me. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Y'all, we do the same Monday through Friday. And look, I'm telling you, something is orbiting in the world right now that's letting us know what we have to do. And when I say I be timing, my God be on my time, I be doing it. Shout out to everybody who's been having fun during these summer days. We only had two. I have a friend, I like to say this first of all. I have a friend that works for the Detroit Police Department. She says that we have been on our worst behavior these past 4 days. Mm-hmm. And she is she said, if I didn't work here, I will always defend, you know what I mean, who we are, right? She said, I want to move on 36 Mile Road.
36 miles.
She said, because it's embarrassing on the calls that we get. She said it was a call where it was a mother, it was it wasn't even domestic. A man and his child mother got into it, right? Because somebody posted that your baby is ugly on Facebook or Instagram. The girl put up to the girl's house with about 5 to 6 other guys. It was a shootout. The baby got shot.
What?
I mean, the baby got shot in the leg. The baby father got killed. You feel me? And it's crazy that a child who just came into this world has to grow up with no father. And knowing that in the beginning of her life, she'd been shot and she wasn't even on this earth that long.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But wait, what was it?
Just because the girl made a statement that your baby is ugly.
But this is exactly why we need to hold people in the community accountable.
How about this?
Like
How
that.
about if the baby is ugly?
They don't give you grounds to go shoot them.
Exactly. That's my point. So it's not about holding them accountable. First of all, it was something wrong with a person that does that. And there's something wrong with 6 or 7 other people riding with her just to see, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's bad when anybody bring kids into the situation.
Yeah.
It should be off limits. They used to be.
At least when I was growing up, the things that you beefed about was money.
That's what I said. It did not used to be kid related.
But then people also used to fight with their fists. They didn't just go pick up a gun or a knife.
That's true.
Guns.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Guns. We ain't talking about the 70s. My days was
but even for me growing up, like the only time you use a gun is if it was something serious. You wasn't just like, oh, she said your shoes is ugly. Boom.
But everybody, see, when they started giving the rights for everybody to carry guns, that's when they made it wrong. You know what I mean? Age 18, 21, you can have a gun. That's crazy. Your brain ain't even fully developed till you're 25, 26 years old.
Blame Trump.
I'm not blaming Trump. I'm going to blame people, mamas and daddies.
But also blame Trump because he made it so that people can get access to guns.
No, this been going on. People have been able to get access to guns since 1997.
But even like with the school shootings and stuff like that, their parents were going out and buying their kids guns. That especially with what happened in Oxford.
But that's had nothing.
That's
to
why
do
the
with
parents got tried because they were deemed also responsible for their son
nothing
shooting
to
up
do with
the school.
Trump, though. I don't like Trump neither, but we don't have to direct hate because we don't.
No, because he's encouraging the behavior. He finds these type of incidents and pretty much promotes the fact that, but this is why we need guns in school and blah 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 this and blah 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 that. But if people are not being mentally evaluated before getting this, then that's going to cause a problem.
That's not Trump, though. I'm sorry. I hate Trump.
He encourages it, so
here's one thing. Can you show me some black people who don't?
Encourage what?
Not to do it.
If you're in a gang.
Some gangs don't promote violence.
What gang don't promote violence? What's the point of being in a gang if you're not doing violence? Because
originally gangs was coerced together so they can do things for the community, like protect them. The Black Panthers was a gang.
They're not a gang. They were a group. They were an organization. The FBI labeled them a gang and terrorists because that was the FBI.
And that's what they label Crips and the Bloods too.
Well, they go around shooting people because you were in the wrong colors. That ain't. They weren't giving out breakfast to kids like the Black Panther Party was, or educating them about their rights and doing self-love, self-affirmations. That's what the Black Panther Party stood for.
Yes, they were, and they still do. That's what the Crips and Bloods still do to this day.
Crips and Bloods do breakfast programs?
Yes.
What Crips and Bloods do breakfast programs? Well, they don't even say, if you're a Crip, you don't say cereal, you say Burial, right?
Oh Lord,
it's a thing. They be serious.
They don't say cookies; they say bookies, right?
They definitely say bookies. You see what I'm saying? Like they definitely say that.
But that does not mean they don't do breakfast programs and lunch programs.
But do you know that?
Yes.
So
pretty much, she's saying that they can't be for the people.
Okay. Listen.
They're for themselves.
I put like this. I come from a neighborhood called Puritan, right?
Puritan? West Side?
Yeah, PA. So
I'm from the West Side.
I come from the real PA section where the PAs actually owned over 85% of all the buildings on Puritan. From Wyoming.
Are they black?
Yes. From Puritan, this was back when I was coming up. Puritan, Wyoming to Livernois, those are black-owned buildings. Except for the buildings that already was there before, the dilapidation happened. Like the plumbing store. The plumbing store been there since 1938, some shit right there. Some shit like that. So anyway, what I'm saying is people who we deem to be bad, a lot of PAs, they cleaned up their neighborhood. We was all right.
And then what happened?
I can honestly say the FBI got involved.
Is this after the riots or?
I'm not that damn old.
You said back in my day, so
exactly.
I'm talking about the 80s. I'm talking about the 80s.
You said 70s, even though 67 was the riots.
Right, I was born in 71.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't out in the streets. I was like damn near 81, 82.
But your parents went through the riots, so what was?
No, my mother didn't go through the riots. My mother was in Philly.
Oh, during the whole thing.
Yeah, and my daddy was here, but my daddy was a police officer.
Oh, so he had to.
Yeah, but my daddy was a crooked police officer, though.
Why would you admit that?
Why wouldn't I? Why? See, that's what you said. Be accountable.
Are you holding him accountable?
Here we go.
Because he's your daddy?
No, he's not. He's dead now. He ain't my daddy no more.
So because he's dead, he's no longer your daddy?
Hey, y'all, forget our banter right now. Y'all watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show. This beautiful young lady that you are looking at right now is her name Ashley.
It's Ashley K. Ashley K-A-Y.
K-A-Y. Ashley K. And we got another powerful gentleman that's in the building. They used to call him Daddy Warbucks, right? But now they just call him, he just make money, okay? Roy Dollar Sign, is that what's your name, brother?
Nah, it's just Roy.
Roy. Oh, we can't say that on the show.
No.
On TikTok, you like, I'm big money. No. So he is here to promote his event that he got going on. We'll get into that in a minute. I want to start off the topic of the day because it's very important that we get into it, because I know to y'all clocks we're running behind, but Brittany, we was waiting for Brittany to clear the air with Uber Air. She got lifted from her house, and she's coming here. She's taking the Uber helicopter. But we'll be here in a minute. It ain't no rule book to life, and that's what he's talking about. It almost goes to the topic what she would ask me about earlier. It ain't no rule book to life, and that's just the truth. You know, I believe in the Bible, aka the Bible. AKA the Bible.
The Bible.
I believe in everything that's in the Bible is real as far as the principles. I just don't believe in the people.
How do you believe in principles, but you don't believe in the people that spoke about these principles? Somebody had to be a witness to it in order for people to know that, okay, this is really a real thing.
Because I am a researcher of words, and the words that's in the Bible could have never been in Hebrew.
A lot of it had to be translated though, because we all don't speak Hebrew.
But no,
we don't all speak Hebrew.
But if you look at the definite, like hypothetically speaking, to our audience that's watching the Rise and Grind show, don't forget y'all can always give us a call at 810-560-0658. 810-560-0658. Where?
Why do you have an 810 area code? That's Flint.
Huh?
That's a Flint area code.
No, it's actually 810 actually started in Southfield, ma'am.
So okay.
So hear me out. I'm a study of words. Do you know what the word nice mean?
It means nice.
But it's English. You don't know that?
I mean, that nice means you're a nice person. You're a person that's
nice means to be nice means to be stupid or foolish. So when you start, so that's why I was saying when people come at me with things, you got to do your research.
So it says pleasant, agreeable, satisfactory.
Okay, now go to a thing called the etymology dictionary. You know what the etymology dictionary is?
How do you even spell that?
Oh, E-T-Y.
E-T-Y.
M-O-L-O-G-Y.
It just did it for me because, yeah, you weren't about to.
Etymology. Go ahead. Type up the word nice.
Okay, so it says, meaning ignorant, because it's nescias, or which it's English through Old French, so it's Latin.
So we speak in Latin, English, French.
Well, I mean, we also have to understand too that a lot of words that get translated over to English kind of.
There are no. Listen, this is what I'm trying to explain to you.
We do create our own words.
The words that you speak, that we look at in the Bible, if it's not Aramaic or Hebrew, it's not the real. It can't be.
How can that be?
Because there were no English words back then.
Yeah, but they had to be translated some way somehow. We know Jesus didn't exist until 1600s because he was Yahweh, Yahshua. Yeah.
No.
Yahweh, Yahshua, that was his name.
No, it wasn't no 1600s, sweetie.
The letter J didn't come out until the 1600s, or it definitely was not around. 1412.
But that's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to explain to you is that the word Jesus wasn't around. However, his name was Yahshua.
Yes.
What I'm trying to explain to you, though, however, Yahshua is Aramaic.
So the point is, but we know that he was a Messiah.
So you cannot translate Yahshua into Jesus in no form or fashion.
Okay, well, tell that to who? Who we telling this to?
To anybody. You cannot take an Aramaic word and make it.
But people do it
because we're stupid.
How are we stupid? So you're telling the people who translate the Bible that they're stupid?
Yes.
So are you also the person that believes that there's missing books in the Bible too?
Hell yeah. Because why Jesus ain't wrote nothing?
What?
Why Jesus ain't write nothing?
Jesus was on assignment. He got his apostles that wrote it. So
you believe that?
He was on a mission. He was here to do the Lord's work. He said he's about his Father's business. He ain't, And they also believe too that not all of his miracles were documented in the book because he did so many. So, do you document every single thing that you do in your life? Like, yeah, I gave this person $5, and then I turned around and gave this person $10,000, and I also said hi to this person, and I
documented everything I did yesterday.
You did? Okay.
On a piece of paper, I did.
Go ahead and tell us.
No,
in a very, very fast way.
No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. But
oh, she know you know you.
That's because of Brittany always saying, I'll always take these long stories. The truth is, that's why there's no rule book to life. Because she's going to believe what she wants to believe anyway, no matter what anyone says.
I feel like perspective is different.
Well, perspective is all subjective to how what a person's ideology is.
So you're saying perspective and ideology goes hand in hand?
I didn't know they don't at all. But if somebody trying to break it, Dorian.
Oh, thank you so much, Dorian.
I know it's Dorian.
Calling you on the air.
Dorian.
Yep. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Greetings. I look, Miles. I'm gonna back you up a little bit because I see you got you a little feisty person over here.
Yeah.
First of all, I can't believe I'm doing this because I don't like this man at all. But Donald Trump has nothing to do with the gun violence going on.
At all.
No, he has nothing to do with what's happening right now with the guns. We have, first of all, your state legislation 25 years ago decided to allow people to carry guns. It didn't put a restriction on how old or how much mental. We weren't doing that in 2002. Mind you now, Columbine happened 3 years before. So that kind of spurred a lot of people to want to go get firearms. Okay, and so legislation, the state of Michigan decided that had nothing to do with Donald Trump 23 years ago at all. Let's get that out the way. Second of all, Black Panthers weren't a gang. They were an organization. And like a brother had also mentioned in the comments, my man Tone, GD, which stands for Growth and Development, was an offshoot of the Black Panthers because they were basically acolytes of Fred Hampton in Chicago. Okay? So that whole gang thing, that gangs don't help the community. Look, Bloods and Crips is totally different. They were basically trying to protect their community from Westgate. If you've ever been to LA, you'll know south of Compton, south of Inglewood is Westgate, which is a primarily white. It's literally Livonia or Warren as far as the color differentiation, if you know what I'm saying. And you had white Aryans, racists that would try to come into Compton because Compton was once a mixed community.
Yes, they
were. It was
were.
a working class community. It was one of the highest paid communities in and around LA. So that started from that. And were they helping young people out? Yeah, when you don't have fathers in the home, that's how people go to gangs in the first place. And thirdly, the whole language part, which you were discussing, etymology, basically is a Latin word, which, like you were saying, you were correct on this, Miles. The English language is only about 400 or 500 years old.
I was trying to tell the young whippersnapper.
But I'm not saying that everything that's in the English word is just obviously correct, because yes, we translate stuff and some of it is very inaccurate. And also, again, with Donald Trump, what I'm saying is that we know that but what I'm saying is that, okay, there was gun laws and legislations going on back then too, but has he put a stop to them? No. What I'm saying is he's encouraging more. But if he's the president, he has the right to switch laws up again. So what's the point of being the president?
The president is a figurehead.
You have Congress, okay? You have the Supreme Court.
Oh, he sounds very out of okay.
He can only do exactly what he's been doing, and he's writing executive orders, which is changing things.
How?
Well, first of all, an executive order does not, it has a time limit. All executive orders have time limits, right? Now, when you pass an executive order, it may go against something in it, may have to be changed in Congress. You understand what I'm saying? So all things that he's throwing and hoping sticks to the wall, that's all it is. Every president does that. Every president has done that. Obama has done that. Clinton has done that. Bush. Every time we have a president, he comes in and tries to change things. Just like, remember now, Biden said, hey, that was an executive order. We're going to repay the student loans, remember? And what happened? When it came to Congress, what happened?
Congress like bullshit.
There we go.
We got called Shanny 3 times a day.
Exactly.
Right.
Look, when Trump was in office the first time, he tried to replace the ACA. He tried to pass a executive order. Guess what? It went to Congress, because when you're trying to change something that is already a law, you have to go back to Congress. You can throw all the shit you want at the wall. Does not mean it's going to stick.
Right.
So and you figure, okay, you say his rhetoric. I ain't heard not one thing yet about wireless out of his mouth. If anything, he's been worrying about the tariffs and everything else. He has not even addressed the gun situation at all. At all. And he's only been in office for 115 days.
I think Ashley just don't like Trump, and I understand why.
I don't listen. I don't like the motherfucker either, but I'm not gonna lie on the motherfucker either. And that's just the bottom line. No, he's not. People are violent. They were violent way before he was born.
Of course.
So, and guns have been around 250 plus years. You know, gunpowder was founded by the Chinese. Fireworks. And we figured out a way to, to turn that into some kind of right. But people get this. This is where, I hate to say it, our ignorance shines so bright in our community, where we don't want to do like what Miles has been saying, accountability. Nobody wants to be a parent. Everybody wants to sell a situation with the gun because they're so readily available. You got 19 and 20-year-olds walking around with Glocks with sticks on them. 30-round clips. With a switch on it.
Wasn't Dorian doing the same thing during his time?
No, so Dorian wasn't ignorant. Dorian was not an ignorant young man.
Wasn't he carrying that during his time?
I'm not angry. I'm just saying. I don't like wanton ignorance. Right. Our community is just, we get so much misinformation because we just hear from different stuff. And guess what? Everything I just spoke on, you can look it up.
Yes.
It's a thing called a bibliography.
See, the Bible come back together.
The bibliography.
I don't know what y'all talking about. So I just heard Trump and Dorian talking.
She's angry. That's all.
About Trump?
Yes.
Now, listen. I won't say angry.
I just heard Dorian say something about Trump.
She's like, and I guess you're one of those people that is missing books in the Bible.
I just got here, so I don't know what y'all talking about.
We talk about life. It ain't no rule book to life. You hear me? It ain't no rule book.
Well, there are rules.
I believe there are rules, but
and rules look like laws are meant to be broken.
Rules are meant to be broken.
I believe they're meant to be changed.
Broken.
Hello.
You can try it.
Broken.
You can try it. And you see how disagreements always stop it.
I put like this. A lot of times, when you grow up and your bone or something is messed up, something wrong with my hand?
No.
How
you don't have no hair?
You are so unserious.
I don't like your attitude. But sometimes, like if your bone is growing wrong, they break it, right?
Yeah, so that can regrow.
Yeah.
Right, or grow properly, right?
Yeah.
So every rule in life is meant to be broken. Of
every
course.
rule?
Yeah.
Every rule.
Every rule is meant to be broken. Because that's how you find out. That's how you find new things. You cannot. When I was younger, I used to take apart the TV. And every time I realized...
That's what you did for fun.
Yeah.
God, you guys had a terrible childhood.
But guess what? That's how I found out. That's how I learned about frequencies. I did not know I could get Canadian channels about changing something. I did it by mistake. I was getting Benny Hill and Clear. But Channel 7 was fucked up. But I get the Canadian.
So did you have cable? Or
right.
I mean, yeah.
They didn't have the luxury that we had.
No, I had cable.
They didn't even have air conditioning in school.
Y'all was hot. Y'all was spending yourself with
You did have air conditioning in school. You had air conditioning at Munford?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
No, we had big ass fans.
Exactly. That blue hot air.
Y'all had the air that was in the window.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't have central air.
No.
Exactly.
Hey, Miles, always remember, man, we had to crawl so they can walk.
Dorian gonna stick beside y'all.
We did the same thing. We did the same things for the Gen Z.
That's true.
Yeah. We had to crawl so they could walk.
Doing the same thing
We
right
actually
now.
read
so they can walk.
You said what? Yeah.
Richard.
Crawl so they can walk.
Yes, Richard, it did arrive. It was a little late thanks to someone who shall rename. Name. The name.
Yeah, car trouble?
You said what, Dorian?
You had car trouble?
Yeah,
I did not have car trouble.
She had car trouble. She gonna find
I did
her
not.
way.
I don't ever.
We do not want to
put
claim
that on my car.
No, yeah, we bind it up.
was
We
no
bind
car
it up.
trouble.
Okay.
But it was trouble.
It was trouble in paradise.
Let's just say that it was
it's
trouble.
It's my
Calvin.
part, Dorian. Thank you for calling.
Oh, Miles taking
You said that my
accountability.
boyfriend do what?
You let your boyfriend drive your car?
Never.
She is one of those girls. Her boyfriend ain't gonna never.
Listen, his
do
car
her
not in the shop. He not grand rising her.
I'm gonna take you to work, but I forgot. So I was over at my other chick friend
He
house.
definitely won't ever
Damn,
drive my car.
That'll do it.
I wish the ninja would.
You sound like me when I
He
was
gonna die.
23.
He gonna die.
I fell asleep over at chick house and my girl came over.
I know you lying. See,
You wanna die.
I told her, I said,
That's what happens when you break rules.
Thank you, Ashley. Way to bring that back.
No
Yeah.
accountability, right?
So
What is the topic?
So I made a polygamy.
Ain't no rule book
so
for life.
So I made a polygamy just like that. So, hey, listen, this is gonna be your sister
TV
wife.
breakdown.
This is gonna be your sister wife. God damn it! Don't
Yeah,
be coming
Tony,
over.
he had a born
Don't be
child.
waking up her babies.
What?
I don't.
Oh, anyway.
I'm so
Try to find
confused.
Well, no, I was talking when I got caught up. Though I told
I was
her
reading
girl,
and talking at the same time.
that don't make no sense. Quit reading and talking.
Stop getting caught up.
But in the beginning, Brittany, me and Ashley was having a little banter going back and forth
About?
because she was trying to challenge me on a few things.
About?
The Bible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What
and-
was she challenging you on?
Didn't work.
Well, I need an example. What was it?
So basically,
You know
he
you
was
gotta
saying
come
that
with
he
an
believes the
example.
Bible, but he doesn't believe the people that exist in the Bible saw the encounters of what was written in the Bible.
I thought you just didn't believe in the names of the Bible.
That's what I told her. I like how she remixed
yeah,
that
he
shit.
doesn't believe in the names.
But
he doesn't believe John's name was John.
Right.
Like that's what he doesn't believe. But he believed that like a John existed.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
But then, what about the encounters that took place, as far as like what God did?
See, you keep saying what God did. You only listen. You only hearing the prospect on what Mark perspective of what God did. But then
But you're hearing all their perspective,
right? And then you can hear. But all of them is not the. They don't even. They're not the same.
But how do you?
It is the same.
Yeah.
They just.
It's just like
telling
if
from
all
their
of us,
encounter.
if all of us saw something,
Yes.
we're all going to go back and say from the experience that we
Yes,
saw it
but
from. But if you go through each gospel, their experiences are still similar.
Yeah, so they're similar. But so you about to say what I say? Their perspectives of what we seen was different.
Yeah, but they still like if he did see if Mark saw somebody open blind eyes, Matthew saw the same thing.
Right.
He just saw it in a different way.
So that's what I was talking about from the perspective. So
I
the
was just trying to
perspective.
say, how do we get on the Bible? How do we get on the Bible?
Because she said that she brought it up. She said just like Abraham. I'm like, what do Abraham?
No, because I'm saying like it took him like so many years before he saw a promise. He went and told Sarah at 90 years old she's gonna have a child, and she laughed. Because I mean, think about it. If I'm 90 years old and the Lord says you're gonna have a child, I'm gonna laugh at him.
Excuse me, you're 90 years old and they're 90 years old.
It's not the same because they was living well up until their hundreds during that time.
Right, I'm 90. Trust me, when you see the Bible say 90 years, it's not our 90 years on what we look at.
So what you think she was like in her 20s and 90s?
Listen, time.
What are we talking about?
That's actually, just so you know.
I come in late for
It's Friday.
The timing was different.
Let me start this conversation right now. Dorian, no, he doesn't. He never will. Stop playing, Calvin. You better stop playing with these people. People take stuff and run. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
That's my favorite quote too. I love that quote.
Shannon, can you introduce Brittany to our other guest, please?
Please.
Yes.
I'm just sitting here being rude. I did speak.
Brittany, this is Roy. Roy, this is Brittany.
Hi, Roy.
Hi, Brittany.
Roy G. Biv. How are you?
All right, how are you?
Nice to meet you. You got your little buffs on.
Hey, Roy owns a restaurant.
Oh, nice. What are we making? Did you bring anything today?
No, he did. Don't piss
You didn't
me
bring no
off.
food today?
Wing Haven.
It's Haven. It's Haven. It's Haven.
Well,
We
Haven,
were close.
Haven.
We were close.
Oh, you're in Warren.
Yep, I'm in
Shout out to the East Side.
East Side for sure.
I thought he was gonna bring some chicken.
You really
tenders
didn't bring
and
any
food. No.
food.
It was too early.
What you mean? It's never too early to eat chicken.
Because what time do your stomach open?
What time do your stomach open? That's a
Okay,
good
let me see the
question.
menu.
That's a good question.
Well, what time are you open?
We
It's the
open at
peach
11.
cobbler for me.
Oh, you open at 11?
Yeah, we open at 11. We about to open.
Oh, so y'all about to open. Let me see what I have on here. What I want. Ooh, catfish.
We're going to have to make a stop, Bert.
Egg rolls. Oh.
You where off of Shayner?
We like right between 8 and 9 mile. We like 8.5.
Is it Shayner?
Okay, I know where you are. I know where you are.
Niggas say Shayner. I thought it was Shona.
It's Shayner.
It's Shayner, but you can spell it show in her.
But
Yeah,
like,
that's how you spell it. That's how you
Definitely
you need
showing her, yeah.
Show in her.
That's not French.
We don't know what it is because we don't even know if that's the correct way.
and
to do it.
also-
I wasn't done looking at the menu.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to see what I may get today.
I like the
Detroit
peach
is the
cobbler
twat.
egg roll.
The ingratitude is not supposed to say it's not gratitude.
It's Grady-eyed.
Thank you.
and Lasher is Losser.
Yeah, and that's
Last-
foolishness.
First of all, it's spelled.
Oh, you got
Lobster.
chicken and steak Alfredo.
Yeah, fried.
I also want to see.
Wow, it's in the front.
It's the loaded nachos.
It's a chicken Alfredo fries again.
All right.
Go here last
Yeah.
week.
Because we just found out about it last
We
week.
got cheesecake bowls. So do you got different flavored cheesecake bowls?
Exactly.
You
And
got you got different flavored cheesecake bowls?
No, actually, right now we don't have none of the cheesecake bowls. We just really got the banana pudding.
No peach cobbler.
No peach cobbler.
A peach cobbler egg roll.
Now that's so good.
Now that sounds interesting.
That's great. I love those.
Well, next time you come, you gonna have to bring some banana pudding or something.
I thought about it, but I just.
What you mean you
She said I thought about it.
See, that's what's wrong with y'all. Man, y'all be
It's too
thinking
early.
y'all have to follow through on the thought.
Definitely, Kel.
Y'all
in
not
that
gonna
thing.
do that.
Y'all gotta follow through on y'all
Stop.
thoughts.
How about y'all? The reason why y'all shouldn't follow through on y'all thoughts because y'all. Never mind.
Miles,
Go,
you're really
what?
on thin ice with me right now.
Okay,
So
got
I think
you.
you should
What?
tread very lightly.
I am I'm treading.
Tread so lightly.
Okay.
Well, we
Start
here to-
floating.
He about to drown.
Okay, I was going to say start
He about
floating.
to
Start
drown.
floating.
If you move one toe, the
Okay.
ice is probably gonna crack.
It's nothing with wrong with drowning as long as you're drowning in.
One foot.
What?
Where we at? Host? Yeah. Okay. Who's
Shut-
hosted by Yaya? What's this?
Okay, so actually,
Free liquor.
I'm there.
Wow.
I'm there.
This is on the 31st of May too.
yep. So
Memorial Day weekend. Is that word?
no, it's the weekend after.
After. Okay.
But actually, the location changed and the date changed.
Oh,
What's
But
the
it's still
date?
for
so what's the date now?
So now it's going to be June 7th.
Okay.
And it's not going to be at the House of Fame no more. It's going to be at Bravo's on Harper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, whenever you get that updated flyer, we'll definitely
Yep,
promote
I
it.
just
'cause it's
confirmed that last night. So.
Okay.
Now, what type of liquor? Is it premium?
Hell no.
Because the cheap stuff give you a headache.
It's okay.
That's
Give
what
me a
we
little
know.
18. I ain't gonna be picky.
I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna be picky.
Because no, the cheap stuff
it
does give you
premium?
a headache now.
Okay, there you
I mean,
go.
everybody don't drink premium.
Premium.
They
Yeah.
just say they do.
But is the premium free?
Thank you, Roy.
It's all free. Everything free.
Thank you, Roy.
I'm just gonna bring
That's what I was
myself.
saying.
Okay, I'm going with you.
Because, you know, last time it was the free liquor. It wasn't right.
No, just because
Last time
You was
I
on the
had
flow?
free
No,
niggas,
she-
right?
You was on the floor?
No.
Yeah, okay.
she
We got
woke
get
she woke up
CC
with
too.
she
Shout
woke
out
up
to
with all her
CC.
clothes on.
I don't know if she watching. She probably asleep.
She
right
definitely
now.
sleep.
Yeah.
Roy, what I wasn't saying that you wouldn't serve premium liquor. I was saying, hell, well, let me put it like this. If I was giving free liquor, I'd be damned if I'd be giving these Negroes Hennessy and shit like
You
that.
still ain't bought my shot. What you drinking, B?
It's at starters.
I have
Okay.
Gonna say. It's
No.
at
Heavy on
starters.
this. It's being made right
As soon
now.
as I walk in, what you drinking? I still have yet to see what my
Say
drink is.
Nathaniel.
First of all, because Ashley, right? It's all because it's Ashley's fault.
No, I was
It's
with
my
Jenny
fault.
and Gigi.
No, it's Ashley and Trump fault because if it was,
His Ashley and
Not
Trump.
put me in the same category with that man.
Stop
Do
playing
not.
so much.
Do not.
Well,
I'm not even about to play.
I don't know because you're real huge, right?
No, okay.
Yeah,
What?
I don't even know what y'all talking about.
We're not talking about shit.
It's Friday.
It's Friday because there ain't no rules.
Friday.
Yeah, heavy on the yay. And did y'all see the weather? Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Black, did you hear the storms last night?
Oh,
I did
my
not.
God.
I was sleeping peaceful. I ain't hear nothing.
That's why you're sleeping peaceful because them storms, man.
Oh, I ain't hear nothing. I didn't even know it rained.
All of them, with half the west side is out. They lights, traffic lights.
Oh, I'm so sorry for y'all. I woke up and turned my light on.
Well, the only reason why
My power went out for like 13 seconds and then it came back on. I said, amen, praise God.
Okay, shout out to the flicker. And then it turns back on.
that's what they used to call me.
Okay, moving forward.
Wow.
Okay.
So back to the topic.
Heavy on flake.
Or
I
flick.
flick.
You said flick? Okay.
It ain't no rule book to life.
No, it's not.
Look.
I mean, I think that there are certain steps in order to succeed in different things in life that have to be
I can
that you have to have.
I can agree, but if you don't go with the flow and you be the flow, there's no rules.
That's true, but I'm saying, but you still have to have like discipline.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that, you definitely have to have that.
But
You have to have some form. Well, I guess that will fall up under discipline if you say structure.
But even with what you, I got what you're saying. But
Like you gotta have some foundation.
There's some people who don't have foundation, but it's being built as they go. Like one.
But I don't know how long that's gonna stay.
How do you know?
Russell Simmons. He had no foundation.
But where's he at now?
He's still rich.
But he's on an island for what?
It don't matter.
Yeah.
What does that matter?
Because
you don't.
This is because when you have no limits and you have no rules on life, you're bound to do anything. But
You have not
you
said
can do
nothing
anything.
positive since you've been here. Ashley.
I said hello. I said hello to everybody. I said hello to you too.
Yeah.
What just happened? I missed it.
and we're the same sign, so she alright with me.
Scorpio.
Another Scorpio?
She's alright with me.
You know that I'm a Scorpio.
That's right. All my friends. Are,
When your
wow,
birthday?
I need to find
That says a lot.
When your birthday?
You know what my birthday is?
No, I don't.
The 8th, 11/8.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
88.
all my
Cool.
friends
Yes.
happen to be Scorpio.
Because
You
we're the
are
best.
what you attract.
Because we are the best. We are the best friends that people have. We are.
Wow.
CC ain't no Scorpio.
She's a Sag, but she borderline.
She close.
She crazy
No,
too.
she's borderline.
We in her moon.
No, literally, she's a borderline Scorpio.
When's her birthday?
It is November 22nd.
She literally
That's my
just
mom's
made
birthday
the
and
cut.
that's Cece's birthday.
She's, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's
Yeah.
borderline.
It ain't more than
But my
borderline.
mom's
It depends
birthday's
on what
at two.
year it is. She'll be a Scorpio. For sure.
Wow, that's
leap year or
crazy.
Yeah.
So my friends are okay.
Okay, leap into it.
Wow.
Yep. Get you a Scorpio as a
If I
friend
meet some
and a lover.
friend- Oh my goodness.
Please.
Not Diddy though, because we
Yeah, no, that's too
we
far.
got rid of him.
Y'all leave that man alone.
Who?
She said not Diddy. Leave that man alone.
She on it. That's what started it. She's just a dog and bitch. I'm like,
It's the clap. That's me. I'm always gonna start something.
Oh, the Diddy conversation?
That is me.
I'm gonna be honest. Leave that man alone.
I'm gonna start something just to see what
That's what I'm
feathers I
saying.
can ruffle real quick.
That man is just real kinky.
do that one more time. Actually.
She like the she like the shoulder shimmy. She like, don't do that.
I'm like, shit, do that one more time.
I don't know what's happening today. I'm just here.
Shenanigans, Negro shenanigans.
Brittany, you looking pretty as ever. You like a
Period.
grown ass woman today, Brittany.
I was grown when I woke up this morning.
And the crowd goes wild.
I woke up like
Anyway.
this. Broad day on Tubi.
Yes.
I
Yes.
shout at every chance I get.
As you should.
She
I'm gonna
held
be
it
one of
down.
those annoying people.
No, you did your thing.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you.
What you say the name of it is?
Broad day.
Broad day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question though. What
I got an answer.
What movie have you done has brought you the most attention thus far?
Oh, that's a good question.
I know,
Brought me the
I-
most attention?
Like people like I seen you, or you get more people calling you about.
Probably Broad Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause you know why?
The
If
rain.
you see a bitch, smack a bitch.
Yeah, Broad Day.
Yeah,
Yeah, because people been like in my DMs that I haven't met or
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
is so
Yeah, which I
good.
thought was cool. Yeah.
Shout out to David Banner and the Drink Champs. I watched that interview. That's right.
You
talking about the
mean
streaming?
Nori?
about everything. Period.
Yeah, he was talking about like the music
Music,
and
yeah.
how hip hop is dead because of like streaming and things like that. And he said they tried to do it with the movies, but Hollywood shut it down.
Yeah, but they didn't.
But they didn't. Yeah,
He didn't.
Yeah.
So one thing people fighting the revolution, trying to stop evolution is hard to do.
Yeah.
You cannot fight a revolution and try to stop evolution.
Well, now they say they say like the hip hop, they're not making any money based on like you only getting half of a penny.
Yeah.
So can I tell you? So let me tell you something. This is how I equate with this. Is what I'm saying. People pick their own barriers to do when they're looking at the music. Streaming is what killed radio. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
yeah, because I don't even listen to that.
So guess what?
Because they play the same.
A record that's getting played on the radio. That's where you get your royalties from, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you only got 1/8 of a penny per time your record was played
on the radio.
On the radio.
So it's the same then with streaming.
Exactly.
So you're not making no money on either one.
However, the confusion came up with, or the mix came up with, you're not selling CDs no more neither. Because of streaming.
That's true.
You feel me?
Because they were getting like 10 cents on the.
No, someone was getting $1. Someone was getting $1.
Because remember, Left Eye broke down their whole entire what they got paid from TLC, and that's what was the issue.
But Left Eye contract was fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. But she explained it.
She was just getting fucked up. Period.
Yeah.
First of all, it was a group. So the reason why she was breaking it, she was breaking it out from her perspective of her money.
But it was what was in their contract. Once they went over their contract and saw what they were actually getting.
Yeah, but listen, hear me out, because when you're a group, you don't split money as a group. You get it as a whole. And then you have to get it split. So that's what she was talking about.
Thinking about my Scorpion friends.
We're great. We're all
very combative people.
Yeah.
We just like
to start some stuff. We just like to throw stuff out there just to see who gonna bite.
We like to challenge the status quo because rules are meant to be broken, right?
I have to question myself because
listen,
I don't know
you're
if I want to be with combative people.
Hey,
but we are very fun.
You hear? Listen, you know who I don't argue with?
Because you're not gonna win. I'm so
First of all,
sorry.
because you don't have an argument.
I have great points.
Yes.
Can you explain your point to? Can you explain your point to Ashley? Let's see if she gets it.
The star.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ashley,
let her do it. Let's see if she gets it.
There's 5 There's 5 stars.
Wait, hold on. We gonna come back to this.
Oh,
caller.
Hey, caller.
Good morning. This is the Underrated Darkness calling from Newport News, Virginia.
What up,
How are you?
I'm fine. How y'all doing?
Fine. How are you?
Good.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Well, the music is really changed because we don't have the right people, especially hip hop. Don't have the right people to govern it. See, when hip hop came out, I was 7.
Oh, I was even born then.
Yeah, so I see the evolution of it, and also at the same time, there is a disconnect of hip hop between us as African Americans and other ethnic groups. We don't get the.
You don't get the what? Hello.
There has always been this franchise of influence. Even like we could go back like about 40 years ago and stuff. The hip hop at that one time was not making money at all. It was corporate America making money. It was corporate America was making money. But at the same time, we was like, we want to own our own record company and own it. But at the same time, corporate America was calling the shot.
Yes.
And then we was going to have independence and everything. But the sad thing about independence, we don't have the right people to show us how to keep the money in our community and generate good music. And then also, we don't have nobody say, "Hey, listen, you cannot make this music because it's hurting us as a people and around the world." But see, when you tell people that I should make music wherever I want to, but again, there is also a disconnect because, I think I look at hip hop now. I feel there's some good people. Yeah, there are some. but they all about the money in the bag. But what's the message of it? I mean,
right.
But then also, you know, you got people that is controlling their minds. Listen, I give you a 60-40 plan. You know, a 360 plan. You got to do this, but you get in that bag. But at the same time, what's the long term to feed yourself and feed your family, and feed the community, so it can be a part of generation wealth. So that's why I listen to old hip hop, what it really talks about and stuff. So the only way that I feel that it's going to change, it has to be, we have to say no to certain things and bring back to the evolution of hip hop what it's supposed to be of lyrics, DJ, and all the elements that goes with it. That's all I can say about it.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you, and keep up the fine work, and I'll be sharing y'all out.
Okay, thank you.
Have a wonderful Friday.
Hey, y'all know what time it is. It's 10:30, so we about to go to break. Y'all are watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show right here on podcast. It's Roy, Big Money Roy, Big Money Roy.
Don't put that man business out there like that. You might not want nobody to know.
Brittany Chanel and Ashley K here. Anyway,
K-A-Y.
It can't. Oh, you gotta say Ashley K-A-Y?
Yeah, because if you just say K, people are going to just assume it's the letter K. It's K-A-Y.
Heavy on there. Respect my girl.
I see. Yeah, you in trouble, Brittany. Listen,
No, I'm really starting to rethink these things.
Hey, y'all, we'll be right back. Hey, don't forget to go to YouTube and hit subscribe.
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. I ain't risking my life for no $2,000. You got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. You see a bitch, then smack a bitch.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
All men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair.
I'm tired.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta go to the studio, but guess what? Y'all better come hang out with this boy. Got this damn thing going on. Goddamn big shot the rich boy did. I'm so full I can't even talk.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Glad y'all enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me, big brother.
We up here. We ain't happy.
I'm coming back to try them puppy tacos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got them.
And tell them that.
That shit fire? I like that shit.
The Haven sauce, though.
Fuck it.
It's the sauce.
It's the sauce?
Sauce, bro.
It's the sauce that do it, huh?
It's the sauce, bro. It's the sauce.
They say it's the fucking sauce.
Oh.
Okay.
You gotta have a good blend of sauce, man.
Gotta drop it. Okay, then. Okay, man. Got this 2 times.
I done got mine.
Motherfucking 80 cane in this bitch. It's a fucking sauce. We ain't having. Come get this shit.
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind Show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show. I better go head on. Y'all better go ahead on. I need something else.
You know what? You know what made me so glorious about this? I love the fact that my Brit not back down. She believe in what she believe in.
That's what you're supposed to.
But I told y'all that in the beginning. Yeah. I'm not gonna be. We all know what it is.
In the what?
In the Benediction.
I told y'all that in the beginning.
That's what you like. You like in your Benediction. One of my buddy.
That's wild word.
I knew what it was in the beginning.
Yeah,
no Diddy parties over here.
Listen.
No Diddy parties.
But what I'm saying is, don't act like people haven't seen this stuff in their family.
Thank you.
Don't act like y'all don't see that next door across the street.
But don't make it okay.
And I never said that it was. But what we fail to do is there is 3 sides to every story. Mm-hmm. You got A side, a B side, and you have the truth. And I think a lot of that, some of that is some lies wrapped up in there with some truth. And that's what I believe.
That's what's up. My boy Calvin Deal said, I love Wing Haven. That's what's up. He already supporting Wing Haven.
Yes.
But his name is Calvin Deal.
Calvin Deal.
He said he loved Wing Haven, so he already been going there.
Tell him we get half off his next purchase.
Okay.
Do we get the same thing? Do we get the same?
Shout out to Cal.
Calvin.
Cal about to call in like, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Big money. Roy said,
do we get the same thing? So when we come, are you in there?
I'm going.
Are you in there?
I'm in there every day from open to close.
Except for today.
I'm going. I'm really gonna go.
Well, it's like right around the corner.
That's what I said. I'm going.
Yeah, it's an easy spot for you. I'm all the way on the west side, but I'm going.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
696 all checked up.
Exactly.
You know what, Britt? How about this? Won't you just bring the food next time, Shannon?
I wouldn't mind.
Thank you.
Can you bring it hot though? Because I like my food hot.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little
like
cook
to order. That's the challenge. What you mean?
To get it from there all the way over
You
here.
don't try to put them in the little heater bags then?
It still don't
Does
be
that
hot.
right?
And
It be warm.
compromise
Does it?
Mm.
So we just gotta come in here and
Well,
eat.
I tell you what, June 2nd is Podcastic birthday here, right? So I'm inviting all my friends who got food.
Me too,
food
right?
vendors.
June 2nd.
Pull up on us.
That's June 2nd. That's on a Monday.
It's my birthday eve.
That's what's up. See, that's what's up. So
does that mean we're getting wings?
We're going to have
It's like that's all I
something.
wanted to know.
I'm inviting all my friends who have food, whether they do cakes, pies, chicken.
Is that Monday morning?
Pork. No, it's gonna be Monday. It's gonna be all day. We having a party all day.
That's okay.
Okay,
I like it like this. Shindig.
I'm gonna be here in the morning. Oh, is that the police? They coming for me?
Okay. It's the duck. It's the duck.
I ran so many lights. Come here.
And I'm gonna have the marijuana chicken here too. So
I'm not eating that.
Save yourselves.
Yeah, I don't do that no more. I don't partake.
She said no more.
In the trees.
No, it's not smoke. I mean, it's no weed. It's no weed. It's just,
Why
That's crazy work. Don't lie to
Why did you call it marijuana?
Because I'm soaking.
It's
in
just
oil.
infused.
It's just infused.
Oh, you know,
I don't.
I mean, I ain't never had none.
Oh,
yeah.
You said it so confidently.
But I'm gonna tell you what, Roy.
I've heard
you
stories,
need to
but-
try them. But the story, my infused chicken.
That's what I said. I've heard the stories, but I ain't
and
never
lamb
had
chops
them.
is incredible.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with infused stuff too.
Yeah.
You do.
How time
You just compromise. You know what?
What?
You be like, did you put that condom on right? Can I see it? Can I?
Well,
I'm like, well,
I don't want to know what she does with that. Listen,
I know you don't, Brittany.
I don't want to know what none of my friends doing now. The fact that all of them Scorpios.
yeah, Britt definitely cut me off. She's like, I don't want to hear that. I'm like, Britt, we grown.
Yeah, but
listen.
I don't wanna-
I'm like,
she be so prude.
That's what I say. I'm like, just listen, just hear me.
I don't want to hear that.
She
Just
don't like
hear me
the-
out.
She don't like the word pussy.
She don't.
And
So you
speaking
say
of that,
coochie?
And it's funny
I
because
said that in the script, just so y'all know.
it's funny because when I said
Wait,
that,
so if I
It's
tell
in the script. I'm not
if
saying
it's-
it.
why?
Because I don't.
no,
I don't
it's funny because when I said it, I literally had to be like, oh my bad, Britt, I
cringe
forgot
at
that you don't
word.
like
that
to-
word
Hey,
makes me
Roy,
cringe.
watch this pussy.
Stop. Oh my god.
Because it's like,
Pussycat?
It's just so
What's wrong with it? Why you
vulgar.
don't
Like, it just
I
sounds
can imagine
so
a man be
like.
like, your man be like, hey baby, can I go ahead and eat that coochie? That's so corny.
no.
That was a corny
Listen,
deliver.
listen.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna do the same. Hey baby, can I eat that pussy?
Oh my god, I cringe at that.
But respectfully though, your voice changed between the two.
It's just
Your
so
voice
like,
changed between the
it's
two.
like dogmatic to me when dudes say it, how they say it. It's like, dog me that pussy, or I'ma kill you, bitch. Like, it just sounds so doggish. Like, I don't know.
That's it. Maybe so.
I'm probably gonna have to go home and rethink my friendships because
I'm sorry, we really can't be friends anymore.
like my friends are
I'm trying to tell you this, but
These two.
If it's
Who you talking about
up, if
these
it's
two?
up, then it's up.
Her.
What about me and her?
See, Brittany, wait till they start talking like at the same time.
It's a balance though. I think me and Britt friendship work because we're like the opposite, so it works.
Yeah,
they say opposites attract.
No.
I am totally opposite of all of my friends.
Yes.
I'm about to show you how.
Now I just realized all of my friends are Scorpios except for one.
So Brittany,
All you gotta do is get in
what's your
with
name? Ashley K-A-Y. Listen,
Oh, yeah.
so
I'm so
if you got, hold on, if you got, no, matter of fact, it's right there. Hand me that thing.
Y'all pray for me.
Right there. Arnold thing.
First of all, Dorian, I would never be an AKA. No disrespect to them. My one of my homegirls is, but
So,
I always
watch
like
this.
the
Hold on,
Deltas.
we about to do this test right now.
Oh yes,
Arnold Boyd for mayor.
No.
What about it?
So which star is in the middle?
What?
Is there a star in the middle?
That's a star.
Okay,
And that's in the middle, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So you lost.
No, because you didn't explain, so she didn't get the full context. What I said was that with 5 stars, it's hard to get in the middle because it's odd. It's not even.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
That can,
I now believe that.
Thank you.
I have to
That's
question
all I said because
every friendship that I
because
have with a Scorpio.
if it's 6, then 3 will be the middle. But if it's 5, then it's 2.5 that'll be in the middle.
You
So
never do
can't-
odd. Eyeballs.
Miles, you might be the only friend that's a Scorpio of mine that I'm gonna have to keep because the rest of these Scorpio friends of mine is not working.
But you understand when you explained it, she was like,
Roy looking like, I'm not about to say shit.
I'm a little
Explanations do
Don't
matter.
worry.
What you confused on?
They do.
What you confused on? Do you not understand what I'm saying, or you need to see it?
Get it. Us 3 is confused too. Me and
Us
Brittany.
3?
No, me and Brittany.
Yeah.
Because I said in the middle of, it's hard to get in the middle of the 5 because it's odd. It's not
You see
even.
these stars? Which star is in the middle?
Exactly.
I would say the third one.
Thank you.
You would say, but it
then
ain't right.
If you
It's
would do
like
a half,
it's-
it would have to be 2.5.
It's right in the middle.
2.5 is half.
That it should be another star, which would make it.
The 2.5.
Yeah.
So even if you do your fingers,
Because you can. When you
Because
rate,
if you do
you
your
can
fingers,
do
we're gonna be like here.
no, you're not. This is the middle.
Because when you
gonna be
rate
like
stuff, they
here.
do 2.5.
No,
So
so
Hold your finger up. It'll be here.
now where's the middle?
what?
Where's the middle?
She gonna put it in the middle too.
You can. I mean, the thing is that the middle.
You know what the middle is? Hold
Thank
on.
you.
Hold on, watch this.
She's doing this.
This is the middle. This is the middle. It's called the
The
middle
middle
finger.
finger.
Thank you, Ash.
Damn, it's called the
So
middle
explain
finger.
why the middle finger is so derogatory, though.
Because that's what you really use.
Because
to
it's in the
really
middle of
finger.
5. It's odd. It's off.
I'm
No,
gonna be honest, y'all. I'm going home to pray tonight.
Don't.
Because
Well,
all
I mean,
of my
do,
friends are
but
Scorpios.
not about us.
Pray for abundance,
They Scorpio.
prosperity.
Listen.
But I see the one that I hang out with the most is not.
That's why I get it.
But the rest of them are.
Yeah.
And now I have to go question me.
I'm just saying. But you saw how quick she was able to understand my point once.
But I never
explained.
understood it.
Because y'all
Why?
be trying to. She was open
doesn't
to
make any
receiving
sense.
what I was
Yeah.
saying, and she received it, and it made sense.
It's
You know what?
delusional.
In Jesus' name, he wouldn't
Amen.
even understand. He was like,
No, but he
Did you
is.
ask her the
That's why
question?
he died on the cross so that he can
let's get it
understand.
hit.
Can you
Or
ask her
let's get in
about
this
the race?
huh?
Ask her about the race.
And tell the story right.
Wait, ask Roy as well.
Yeah.
Ask Roy.
So
Ask Roy
I'm gonna ask
first.
Roy first. Roy, if we're in a race, right? I'm in second, and you pass me. What place would you be in then?
I would be in second.
Thank you. So, with you, if we're in a race, I'm in second place, and you pass me. What would you
First.
Tone, the phone is actually on.
Yep. If I pass you up, who gets to the finish line first?
My God, thank you, Ashley.
When you
There's
get to the
still
finish
somebody
line
in
first.
first place
Exactly.
though.
I love
So
today.
here's the thing.
I love today.
How when he is in second,
Let
which
her cook.
means
Let her cook.
which means somebody's in front of him.
Right.
Meaning, if you pass him, that
There's
means that
still
you were
somebody in front.
behind him.
Let her cook.
So if you passing him, you're now in second, which means somebody's already in first.
But when once you get to the finish line, guess who's
can't
in
get to
first?
the finish line
The
first
finish
when you-
line. When they give you medals, who gets first place? The person who crossed the finish line first.
Save us, caller. Save me.
I'm just saying, caller. Caller, you in the air.
Wait, so I'm highly confused right now.
Don't be tall. There's no need for confusion.
We got 5 stars, and you saying the one in the middle that I'm about to pick is gonna have 2 stars on each side. Why is that one not the middle? That third one.
It's 2.5 because it's an odd number.
Why?
You can't get in the middle of even.
You want to be a woman right now?
That makes absolutely
Sweetie,
no
I'm not
sense.
none of these women.
Tone, it does. You cool?
Because people do rate
listen.
2.5 stars on
Shout out
reviews.
to one of the coldest producers to do it.
Roy.
Tone is speaking.
Oh, sorry.
Rick Roy, what's the deal, my
What's
guy?
up, bro? You all right?
Let that high
I
value
can't
man
call
speak.
it. But listen, I'm highly concerned. Shan got to be one of the coldest producers I know. But when you put 5 stars up and say the middle is 2.5, like what you trying to make a name for a movie or something?
No, I'm just giving you the facts. Really look
That's
at it.
not a fact.
Hold up your hand. What's in the middle of that?
I'm concerned for
That
women.
middle finger is in the middle.
And middle fingers in the middle.
Because it's not even. It's odd.
Why?
though.
Because the thumb don't sit out the same.
Well, I mean, if you want to go there, that's fine. But it's just the middle.
I mean, but it is too. I mean, the thumb is not a finger. That would make that the difference. So you can't make the hand the same.
No,
5 stars is 5 stars.
If we did 6, 3 would be in the middle.
So, black men, dear black men, I am
Jesus
so
Christ.
sorry for y'all that y'all have to deal with these black women.
Look, I
only half.
I done missed so many shows. I've been trying to be quiet and not harass y'all to watch the show. Shout out to Dorian because he dropped some knowledge. I like.
Well, if you
Shout
not,
out.
you not gonna bash them, I'm gonna bash them. They crazy.
Yeah, they listen.
I don't understand why y'all not understanding. And if more than one person in the room agrees, maybe y'all should just change your perspective.
Yeah, thank you.
The wall situation.
I love her.
She building a little resume of the what the fucks. That's what she did. She had the one about the wall. The wall.
Yeah.
The wall
She had the one about the situationship.
That didn't make any sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all not hearing me.
I realize that y'all deal with these Delulu women.
So
I wouldn't say Delulu. We just have different perspectives.
No, y'all are delusional women.
If we all thought the same, the world would be boring.
Okay.
But this is why y'all about to be lies. Because y'all crazy.
Look, I don't know you, and it's highly respectful, but Ashley Kay was throwing me off a little bit.
Thank you for the K. Okay, I appreciate it.
Look,
this is
and we all water signs. That's the scary part. We all water signs.
You're a
That's
water
scary.
sign too?
But I'm a Cancer though. Thank
Oh,
God.
my brother's a
Scorpio's
Cancer,
losing today.
So you're emotional.
Yeah.
Listen, my emotions made me call the number so many times because it was going to the voicemail at first.
Oh, so you were on the verge of tears. Get in. Like,
listen, I just wiped one. It's on the right half.
So you so emotional. He's so emotional.
Hey, Tom, check this out. This is really going to make me really bust this in the open, right? Watch this. I'm about to ask us a personal question. Ashley, if you're having sex, lights on or lights off?
I don't engage in talking about what goes on in the bedroom because I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost with the evidence of speaking in tongues.
Ooh, I like a woman
that means with the lights on, Doc, because the beginning of the Bible, God made lights and turned the lights on, right?
That was good, Tom. That was good.
Hold on, watch this. Shandy, lights on, lights off.
She don't care.
She don't care neither.
No, she don't care.
That's
Shani
wild.
don't-
I got a preference.
Listen, I'm starting to learn Shani, and Shani is diabolical. But I love it.
She toxic.
She toxic as fuck.
She's toxic as fuck. Toxic fan.
No, but it's a fun toxic. Y'all can understand.
It is.
It's a
Y'all
fun
crazy.
toxic.
And I'm
See, Ashley K, you just won some more. Ashley Kay, you just won some more points. Toxic is not all bad.
It's not. I say that
But
all
I'm
the
gonna go
time.
so I'm gonna leave so I can finish watching it. But
That's why I have to bring the balance.
I literally say that all the
Have a
time.
good day, Joe.
These two motherfuckers would drive me crazy if they was around me every day. If these both of them, I could deal with you and her. I can deal with Brittany and Shani every day.
We're missing one who's borderline.
Who?
Gigi.
Oh, fuck.
Well, we're missing two that's borderline.
Wait, who is?
else?
No, Cece is borderline.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
borderline.
So if it was all of them, I probably wouldn't be in the room. Yeah, I would leave. They know I would leave. They would be like, "Where's Brittany?" They go, "Where's Brittany Chanel?" They already know I'm
You know what?
leaving.
Every time
She'll
they
be all
say-
talking to a stranger.
Y'all
like,
know
"Hey,
I
how are
would.
you?" Like,
Y'all know. I'll be with y'all. They be like, "Brittany, oh, she was somewhere else. I leave."
and talking for like 35 minutes. Like,
They be giving high fives to each other all night.
No, for real. I'm gonna tell you this.
And you know the high five that start to miss, but you still be laughing. Like,
I've been out with both versions. It's a good time. It's a very, very good time. But I realize that I bring the balance.
yeah.
Yes.
But
I
then,
bring the
yeah,
balance.
that's why we gotta have you around.
Definitely.
I bring the balance.
Roy,
Because it can be
June.
overstimulating at times dealing with us. It can
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
when's
yeah,
your
yeah.
birthday, Roy?
June 3rd.
Okay, so you're a cool individual because you're a male. So when you hear these,
Wait a
women-
minute. What are you, Gemini?
Yeah. But see, you know what?
Where is my car? Okay. Jesus. Where's the car?
I'm a different kind of Gemini.
Todd says the same thing.
You
Y'all
different
are
kind of
crazy.
Gemini.
It's 25 people in one
It
person.
is. Caller, you on the
Hey,
air.
caller.
Hey, man.
Say, man.
Hey, I appreciate the 50% off Big Ray.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Me and Brittany and Shane, we're gonna come and check it out, and we're gonna review it, and I'm gonna take care of it all.
Oh, thank you. In that thing.
No.
Thank you, Cal.
Thanks, Cal. Just let us
Whenever that
know.
work. Whenever that work.
Well, you
About
the
to
one.
swerve
It's
in
your
that
schedule,
corner.
not us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Shane. I'm gonna get with Shane.
I'm about to swerve in that. Okay.
Hey, Cal, Cal, what you think about the no rule book to life thing?
I mean, life gonna throw something different at everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it really ain't no book to it. Because it's gonna throw it. My obstacle ain't your obstacle, and yours ain't mine.
So one thing I want to say though to that, and I want to ask each individual at one time, of course, but I want y'all to answer it individually. You know, Roy, I want to start with you. I've learned that because you're in business too, so you really gonna hear me.
Do you
out
know
on
how to
this
swim?
one. No.
Oh, you don't know how to swim? Okay.
Okay.
I just had to ask that question.
That got something to do with he about that?
No, it's just he has this thing about swimming. But
About swimming.
ask your question, Miles,
Okay.
please.
No, you almost hit on the head too. So
Just ask your question.
So I want to ask you. So we all know that we're one of the least groups who stick together. Can you agree to that?
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree to that?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
You said least?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Dorian, grow up.
So I will ask you this. When he just said what he said, what Calvin said, life throws different things at us, right?
Yeah.
In other communities, it don't seem like that. You know why? Because they all have, majority of them have the same eating habits and things like that, right? Majority of them do, Brittany. Yes, they do. Because they have culture. They have things they don't eat. They have things they definitely don't eat.
Yeah.
And they definitely go, and they definitely do. They definitely shop at their plot, their spaces, their.
Yeah, they do have their own stuff.
Exactly.
They support each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't poison. So when I go shopping, I go where Muslims go, right? Because they're not going to poison their food supply. Right. They might bake it, but they're not.
The halal meat and all that.
The halal meat and the halal meat tastes the best. And I had a.
Sure does. I got something in the refrigerator now.
Okay. Well, I was about to be like,
I
allow
thought you
me.
were sanctified the spirit of the Holy Ghost.
No, but
No, I ain't talking about you, Brittany.
no, but I'm saying they understand family.
Yeah.
So a lot of the things that they do is for them to leave legacy.
Exactly.
We don't think like that.
And so we don't eat like that. So
Yeah.
that was my question, right? By you being an entrepreneur of food too, if we all ate very similar, we would see an immediate change in our culture. Majority of food mess with our mental health than anything. Okay,
that's right.
Then it breaks down our bodies. They just said so. The company dropped off. They switched to cereal. I don't know if y'all seen on the news. Switched to cereal. They dropped off They dropped off Canada's cereal.
Which is totally different.
In America,
even their ketchup is different.
In American,
their food in general,
in the American supply chain, right? So the people in America is like, "Oh, we suing because," and they was like, "Really, you got healthier food?"
Because it's 23 ingredients that is banned in like the UK, is banned in Canada that we allow in our food.
Right. So here's
hyped up on sugar, man.
So here's the question, and poisons. So if we are not responsible as owners, even in the food supply chain, right? How do we believe that we can all work together or be on the same level at a certain period of time if we don't do the smallest of things, which is eat and drink our food intake?
Miles, our men and women don't even get along.
Right.
Like I say that all the time. Our men and women don't even get along. So how in God's world can we even get to food?
No, because
we don't even get along.
Because it's because of the fucking food.
It's deeper
But
than that.
it's the mental. It all starts with the mind.
Well, yeah, that's
is
what
the
it goes
mind.
with the food. Yeah,
but it's because
It's
of
the
the
mentality,
food.
it's the behavior, all of that.
But it's because of the food. Do you understand the majority of children who we put on Ritalin and shit like that is only because they got a fungus inside of their stomach?
Yeah, because it's pesticides. But also, you got to remember.
It's more than pesticides, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but also going back to slavery. Going back to slavery, when, they gave us the scraps and stuff like that because, the master didn't want. No, but I'm saying that's also a part of the mental breakdown of breaking us down psychologically. So it's just like.
If y'all learn to take care of your bodies.
That part.
And stop sleeping around with everybody and they mama.
Mm-hmm.
That will help with some of your mental.
Yeah, I agree.
That's your problem.
It sounds like the two people that agree real quickly probably ain't even following what the hell she's saying.
But what I'm saying, because honestly, in their cultures, if you go in the communities, that's a big deal for them. Like they're considered unclean if their women are touched by multiple.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's unclean. So they don't believe in doing all of that crazy. Wow, having this partner, that part. They break that down already.
Polygamy is their thing, sweetie.
Who we talking about?
In different cultures, period.
It just ain't.
If you talking about European culture, but if we're talking about the other communities, they not really.
Well, the Middle Easterns is not like the.
Yeah, they're not big on that.
The Indian dot forehead people, they definitely
not even Asians, no.
No, Asians.
Because they put a cap on how many children you can have.
No, you talking about just in.
That's just in China.
That's in China.
Oh.
So one time, but you have China men who have many wives too, just like Muslims.
Well, it depends on like a tribal type of thing in their religion. But my point in saying that is that
but
our
it's not
men.
called polygamy neither. It's called
It's
family.
something else. It's called family.
Right.
But the biggest thing for us is that we don't have family. So we don't trust family. Mm-hmm. We don't have anything that we are praying to anymore because half the people don't believe in anything.
So that's what. So let me finish.
You know what I'm saying? All of that has broke us down.
So that's part of my question. So don't you believe if we were? I'm not going to say don't, but if we were eating and living the same, do you think, starting with you, Roy, we would be better off in life as people?
As a community, as black, absolutely.
What about you, Brittany?
Yeah, if you go over to countries in Africa and you see some of the success that they have, especially if you go to like over in Ghana, over in Nigeria, like you see how they live over there. Yeah, because they have certain food that they eat and they have family and what they believe in, their spiritual beliefs.
So I'm just gonna say, AK. What about you?
No, yeah, definitely agree. But also remember, before they desegregated in the South.
You keep going back to
no, because I'm trying to make a point here. Because
Shanny Jr. I was gonna say, let her cook.
Because my friend's mom grew up in the South, and they had their own movie theaters, they had their own grocery stores, they had their own everything.
So do we.
Yeah, but the problem is that once everything started to integrate, that caused the issues because then all that got shut down, and that was the worst thing. Mm-hmm. That was the worst thing that happened.
Okay, that is the worst thing, but we wanted it.
Who is we?
Black folks fought for it.
Everybody?
Yes, black people fought for it.
They definitely was sitting in the restaurants getting water and juice and all type of dogs sicked on them.
Yeah, we wanted.
But then there was another half too that wanted to retaliate against them.
You talking about the Nation of Islam? so what I'm trying to say is, we as people, again, in you in film, Roy and Food. I mean, you know, we in the media. We have to learn how to feed our people good shit.
They don't want it.
They don't.
Because when we have positive topics, the views are not as, you know what I'm saying? But when we talk
wait
about
for
some
Monday.
We talk about something toxic and crazy. I mean, everybody chiming in, and you know what I'm saying? That's one. I don't want to talk about that either. We can talk about that off air.
Right.
But
shout out Toxic Talk coming on later though.
Yeah, Toxic Talk.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
thank you, Cal.
Coming on later.
But I'm saying, it's a time and a space for all of that too, even down to our films.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If I see, never mind.
One more. Listen,
girl.
One more.
You got it. You on the right road.
But I'm just saying, it's a time and a space. Like, it's okay because there's room for all of that because there are people that live that life.
Mm-hmm.
But when we keep constantly feeding that to our kids, that's the problem. Did y'all see the video with the people, all them kids that just graduated from the HBCU?
Mm-hmm. Yes, the one when it was mad.
Pure foolishness.
Yeah, I was
They
going to react
all
to that
graduated, and they up there. I was embarrassed for the simple fact of like, is this what we're doing? Is this what our people died for? They were dying to go to school and get an education, and this is how y'all acting.
And then of course their excuse is going to be like, well, why do we care about what other people think, especially the white man? And yeah, but that's what they'll say because they're like, but this is our culture, and this is how we.
But it's embarrassing as a black person for that. As a black person that has their education, that's how you want to treat it.
But you said something that I don't agree with it, but I do agree with it. There's a time and place for everything.
There is.
But listen, when is a time or a place to have gas coming here?
You said when is it a time or a place to have gas coming?
Just gas, pure gas coming through the walls. There isn't
never, unless I'm trying to wipe everybody out and there's a SWAT thing happening.
Exactly.
Like there's a window. Hop out of it.
That's why I want to kill that. I want to kill
that.
Because here's the thing.
But that is some people's reality.
No, listen. But this is where Africans, Indians, and these other groups of people, you don't see that with them.
That is true. Because they don't put it on the public for the world to see.
Because there's not no time and place for it.
Gotcha.
There's no time and place for ignorance.
I got you.
Ignorance should be bliss in the sense of non-existence in your life if you want to go forward.
So we should never tell those stories is what you're saying.
We should let them know. We should teach our children, like I'm teaching my daughter, men has AIDS until they get 35.
What?
See, that's where the lie comes. That's a lie.
No.
So, but I'm asking, do you think those stories should be told?
No, in a sense, not in a
Roy, do you think those stories should be told?
What, the lies?
The bang bang, shoot 'em up, kill kill, Bill Bill.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think they should be told? Even though that is the reality for some people?
I mean, I think it's a time and a place for it. I agree with that part.
But I'm looking at it like this. If you want to tell those stories, make it seem like it's the Wild Wild West. Don't make
like how they do.
No, they definitely not going to do that.
Okay, so here we go. So NWA, did you like their story?
Message, yes.
Okay, because
I love those
when
messages.
I started getting into, because like I feel like that was the reason why rap music became what it was because of them.
No.
But that's what I'm saying. For me, I wasn't in the rap era, but the gangster rap is what they started being disrespectful because New York wasn't rapping like that.
No,
but I'm saying for me, but when I saw the story,
actually, they were, but that's a whole nother
when I
story.
saw their story, it made sense because it wasn't them.
Right. But so here's the thing. People who want to place music in the forefront of teaching a child, they just pushing it off and they lying. If you heard the word music, fuck the police, it's telling you the reason why you say fuck the police is because they doing wrong to the black community.
Yeah.
That's why. However, when the only reason why they labeled it gangster rap, Brittany, because the word gangster is negative. When in fact, gangster says a lot more so than anything. One, gangsters don't kill innocent people.
Yeah, because the Italian gangsters is not a problem.
Right. Gangsters do not kill people. Like I used to tell my friend, I'm like, don't fuck with my bro like that, bro, because he a gangster. What you mean, nigga? I got guns too. I said, you don't understand. He's gangster.
So isn't that the difference between the thug and the gangster?
Thug will do anything.
So what happened with the thug and the gangster code? Like it seemed like we used to have. Well, I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'm saying it seemed like in our community there was some code. Like you left women and children alone.
Because what happened? Our gangsters became drug addicts.
So they start getting high on their own supply.
Yeah, and that's the number one rule they say you don't do.
Not getting high on the supply. Sometimes people just put it in their food or whatever.
So they was the real Tony Montana.
Yeah, they got introduced to it through depression, or it's a time where one of my homies, he was straight gangster, right? He was gangster to the day he died.
So you're saying that the drugs play a big deal with that?
Yeah, because it changed the mentality.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because
drugs.
You got to realize
I don't think that's the only reason.
No, but I'm saying you think that's one of the reasons that played a part.
It's a factor, play a part into it.
So bringing drugs into the community.
Yeah, but and then again, when you're a gangster and then something happened to one of your family members, because see, one thing about a thug gonna shoot everybody in the house.
Yeah.
A gangster gonna kill the person who actually did something.
That's what I thought they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean that's what they did. The gangsters I knew, like, they weren't going to kill their cousin and their auntie.
Yeah, I thought you was only supposed to kill the person who was responsible for the dirt.
Not unless your cousin stole from you, then what?
No, but see, a gangster would make that's a family business. Then that's family business.
Well, they did that in The Godfather.
Well, that's the Godfather was the perfect example of gangsters versus thug. And see, you gotta remember the Godfather, their business is based off of olive oil.
Yes.
And so the olive was more important than booze. And then when the food supply and all that stuff, the food chain started changing, they're like, we'll sell some booze, you know what I mean? And that's the most that everyone have done. However, the other Italian groups and people, they want to sell heroin, you know what I mean, cocaine, and Don Corleone was like, no, we ain't no drug. We're not no drug family.
It was a good movie.
And they were into investments, you know what I mean? But the other people was into investment, drugs.
But you said the number one thing, family.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we are missing. We don't have that. Like, nobody even trying to create it. And like I said, even down to people that have been married and they get divorced, they want to tell everybody, don't do it. It's the worst thing. Like, it's dumb. Just because you had a bad experience, do not say that for the rest of the people. Because in actuality, like I said, in other communities, they get a divorce, they're remarrying. This is how you build wealth. This is how you build the family. Family, like, that is the key ingredient. This is why we're failing. We have no family. They're not even trying to build families anymore.
But that all starts with the changing of the mind. People have to change their mental state, and they have to change how they see.
Well, that goes to our men and our women. Like, they have to take the responsibility, but our women don't like to take accountability for the parts that they have played in society. Black women, okay? Like, I'm sorry. Absolutely. But see how you saying both? I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about us. Black women have not taken their responsibility and been held accountable for what they have played in the world.
But do you
point blank in the period?
I feel like we're always taking accountability. If a man cheats on us, it's the woman's fault. If a man beats us, it's the woman's fault.
Y'all
if
always concerned about cheating. Them other women get cheated on too.
It seems like everything, even if down to how a woman dresses or how she talks to somebody, it's always the woman's fault. But when a man rapes somebody, if a man talks out of term, if he disrespects, then it's like, oh, but that's in their nature. That's what men do. What did you do to provoke him?
That is the stuff that I don't agree with. When we take it to that, I don't agree with that. But you took it somewhere else. I wasn't taking it from there. But some women, black women, I'm speaking for us, y'all know doggone well we don't know how to shut up sometimes. We don't know how to shut up. We don't know how to listen, and we always trying to tell our man what to do. Sometimes just let him fail on his own. He know he doing it wrong.
Yeah,
he know he doing it wrong. But my point is, because that's part of being the man. He's
a reflection of me. Why would I want to see him fail? He my man.
Failing, he has to figure it out.
I want to say this, and Shandy, actually, when you're married, he's not the reflection of you.
You the reflection of him. That's
okay, so we talking about marriage. At first, we were just in a relationship.
This is why you take his. It's the same thing.
Big difference.
No, this is why. That's why. This is why y'all feeling.
It's different.
What's the difference?
You don't call it the same. So that's what qualifies as the difference, right there.
So the same way you gonna act in a relationship is gonna be the same way you act in the marriage.
Not necessarily.
How you
necessarily.
How you practice is how you play. It's the same thing.
I mean,
it's the same
But you have
But
to be a person that's able to grow too. If you're not open to grow,
But if you're not growing in your relationship, how you gonna grow in the marriage?
well, you're gonna grow regardless because you're growing into another individual. And who is this?
But that's a stagnant mindset because you're basically saying how
Look, and who is this?
See, this is why y'all need me as the Leo friend.
Leo who, child?
That's why y'all need me to bring the balance. Shanny can't answer the phone.
I don't.
Call back, caller.
Call back.
No, it's fine.
Hello, caller. Is that
Hey,
Dorian?
Brittany.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Is this Dorian?
Morning.
Yes, and it's 11:11.
Hey, Dorian.
Oh, 11:11. Yay.
Oh my God, you in this?
He's back.
What you about to say,
Let me
Dorian?
make it quick. Let me make it quick.
I'm not
with
about to fight you.
Brittany
Oh, I was about to say, I'm not about to fight today.
It's upon all of us.
Yes.
You try to put a gender war within a frame of, well, she should be accountable. We all as adults, as human beings, should be accountable. There is no they did it worse or with that whole whataboutism crap. We got to stop that. That's the problem right there within our community. And I'm trying to tell you, most communities do not have these conversations that we have. And we are so woefully behind because we don't want to stick together because our hip hop, like I said, I put the 5 elements in the comments, what this really was about and how they totally jumped the ship because corporate America, which is gangsterism in its finest, paper gangsters, decided in 1989 to fund a particular type of hip hop, which wasn't, you had militant hip hop. You had Poor Righteous Teachers. You had X-Clan. You had KRS-One. You had Public Enemy. You had all different types. You had hieroglyphics out of the Bay Area. But hip hop was it was all about being militant and defiant of the mainstream culture. That's why we dressed and we danced different from even our parents. They didn't accept our music at all. Just like how we judge the music now, we was harshly judged then. Yeah. And so in 1989, they had the big meeting and they decided we're going to fund people like the Ice Cubes. We're going to fund the Eazy-E's. We're going to make a Death Row. We're going to make a Spice One. Okay? And that's going to carry us. And we're going to, they found a revenue stream within an industry that was already dying because the rock had already peaked. Pop music was just still pop music. They decided to bring hip hop into the mainstream. Within doing so, money corrupts all. So within that, along with Bill Clinton really did a disservice to the entire music industry in 1996 when he redid FCC laws, and you only had to this day you only got 4 companies that actually control all of radio. They got rid of the program director where you could put your own music out. It was a lot of payola.
Yeah.
Because that's why I say it was a gangster industry. It was founded upon gangsterism. MCA Records was founded by the Jewish mafia in Chicago. They created all of this. And we've been fools constantly, and we've lost our culture. We've lost it. It's over. The money dictates it, rules it. We're going to hear about drugs, gangsters. We're going to see it. And like Miles said, all we promote now is thug shit because gangsters it's organized. That's what one part that they don't put in the whole organized gangster music. That's what gangsters really are. Like you say, you either a thug or you a gangster. A thug gonna shoot everybody in the room, and a gangster's gonna come. He's gonna quietly eliminate the problem. Well, look, it's not gonna be seen in the body. It's not gonna be there. It's not gonna be brazen. In other words, it's not gonna be where you're gonna be found. But if you think about it, if we sitting here rapping about I'm gonna shoot this person in the face, or I'm selling dope, is that really organized? It's not gangster at all. It's actually thug music. And thug music ain't what Pac was talking about. But he was basically getting to that you have angry young people. And like Miles said, our food is poison in our minds. along with the drugs and the alcohol the poisons that we often dump into our system as a coping mechanism of being black in America. And so these things just steamroll and roll down the hill, but we have lost our culture. It's totally gone. It's not up to us anymore. We can take it back, but we would have to find an entire new type of music and how we present ourselves to Hollywood and to the world, because we are severely judged and it's wrong.
So you don't think that has anything to do with the man and the woman coming back together?
Oh, it has everything to do with it.
That was the point. That's the point that I was making. Like, it goes back to the man and the woman. Like, both of them, yes, holding themselves accountable for what both parties have played in this, and us bringing it back together.
But this was also organized against us, like the sister was saying.
I know that.
Trying to be integrated. Integration destroyed the black family. It destroyed our mental. Once we start thinking like and eating like the devil, you're going to start having devilish things. And you're going to have devilish ways. And so it just rolls down the hill once again. But yes, brothers, all it took was Lyndon B. Johnson to pass a civil rights bill. And then all the while, the Great Society, which is it was his project 2025, right?
Yeah.
And that project 2025 was, we're going to give you welfare, we're going to give you HUD, we're going to give you health care, we're going to give you all of this, but that black man got to get the fuck on. And that's what happened.
And that's what that's what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, the woman as well as the man would take.
So imagine a black man that's got a family of 4, and he is discrimination on the job. He can only work certain types of jobs.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a certain education. This is all in the 60s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And all of this occurs. Who you think he's going to be opposed to? Who's going to be upset with? He's going to be upset with the woman.
Yes.
In the most instant. I tell anybody, black, if y'all ever want to figure out this black and white, our situation relationship wise, watch the movie Claudine.
You said Paul.
James Earl Jones.
You said Pauldine or Claudine? Oh yeah, I saw Claudine with Diane Keaton. Yeah, I saw that.
Watch it with these lenses on, and what I'm talking about. And trust me, it was all right there. We knew the problem in 1974.
Yeah, we knew that.
It just got out of hand. It just got out of hand because you had so many black men that were upset with black women.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I was saying, where we take the accountability part when it comes all the way back to that, because that's where I feel like it started.
Look, Brother Clarence X, Malcolm X, Brother Elijah Muhammad, and look, Martin Luther King towards the end realized, once we start putting our livelihoods and our culture and how we operate in that white devil's hands, he's gonna fuck you in the end. And that's why we're screwed. They are 10 steps ahead of us. The Asians are 10 steps ahead of us. The Latinos are much more harder working, more family oriented, although they have their problems.
Well, yeah, because they're almost, they're a little.
But that's not even a race.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
That's not a race.
Yeah.
Not a race. But cultural wise, they know, stay together, stick together. Where's the Mexican Malcolm X? Where's the Mexican Martin Luther King? Where's the Arab? Where's the Korean Clarence X? 5%. You don't see them because they don't need them. You know where they're at? They're already there. They're in their households.
True, but the difference between them, they have culture. They also have language.
Yeah,
because they have their own food.
So we're fighting with an arm tied behind our backs.
Yeah.
Period.
Pretty much.
We already got one foot in the grave and one arm tied behind our backs, trying to fight a culture war and an economic war, because like Claude Anderson said, hey, screw all of this talking about black. We don't have nothing. We don't own any resources. It's all about resources. None of that is owned. You have no power, because the real word race has nothing to do with our color. It's about a race to resources. We are far behind.
Well, because we keep getting caught up. Yeah. Well, because we keep fighting each other. Like, that's my biggest thing, is us to stop fighting each other.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the men. I'm talking about the gender war. Like, that's my issue, is the gender war.
And I think, too, it's because we don't understand gender roles intact, too. There's a miscommunication behind misunderstanding gender roles.
I don't necessarily get into gender roles with that.
I feel like a lot of black women, since my mom's generation, when she was the first, her and her peers were the first women to work 40-hour days, 5 days a week. They put black women to work in the 70s, right? And she raised her sons because she had to raise her brothers and they didn't know nothing. They had to depend on women. She raised me and my brother to learn how to pay our bills, clean our houses, take care of our property, be men, right? Because you know what she told me? She was like, my peers, who are raising daughters, are raising these girls to be like boys. She told me that in the 80s. In the 80s. She was like, they're not, this is why I'm on y'all so tough, because I see my peers at work and how they're raising their daughter, forcing them to get out the house. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to take care of no man. They don't know how to, she was saying they don't know how to get into their feminine. They don't know the strength is in their feminine. And so they thinking, you know, I got to think like a man, you know, the whole Steve Harvey BS. And those kind of tropes carry on. It's like a waterfall. It just goes down the hill. It's like a snowball. It gets big as a landslide. And here we are at the bottom of the mountain, and we screwed. We got to figure our way back up that mountain, but it doesn't. We have to change our discourse. We have to change our entertainment. We have to change our culture. And it starts at home. It don't start nowhere else.
Yes.
That's all I got to say.
No,
I'm
that's
gonna leave
true.
y'all with that.
Thank you. Thanks for calling Dorian. You're always dropping gems with us.
Thank you so much, Dorian.
Yes. But y'all, we about to get on up out of here. We about to go out and have some fun in the sun.
Okay.
'Cause it's Friday. I want to thank our guests for coming. Roy, you want to tell us one more time where they can come and get some good chicken wings and peach cobbler and banana pudding?
Yes. We located at 21425 Shiner Road, Wing Haven. We open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 9 p.m. And the birthday bash will be June 7th at Bravo's on Harper. Free liquor.
Premium. It's premium.
They have you on a premium.
Yes.
June 7th.
That's June 7th. He changed it.
Yes,
And you said it's at Bravo.
Bravo's on Harper.
Okay, on Harper. Y'all know what
Shout
that's
out to
at?
the east side.
It's the east side. All day, every day.
Okay.
Ashley K, thanks for coming through. KAY.
Yes.
Tell us really
Thank you
quick
for
what you got
having me.
going on. Even though Miles has got a big head.
There's some stuff that's in the works. I won't discuss it just yet.
Oh, you can't talk about it, right, John?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't want to go into anything premature.
We'll
I
just
get
have
it.
to come back when you can go into details about it, and then we'll just do another show, and then we can have all
Yes, my fellow Scorpion.
Who is that? Hello, somebody want to talk?
Right, I gotta get my
Hey, caller. Hello.
Hello?
Hey.
I speak quick. This is the underrated talk. I'm gonna make it quick because I know you get ready to get out.
Yeah, you got about 35 seconds.
All I can say is like this: that when I was coming up, I had my late mother and father with me, and we gotta listen to the elders. And that is the problem. I'm talking about the men and the women. We don't like to listen to the elders. I don't understand what the brother's talking about, but that is the key. You know, so we gotta patient the elders. We gotta take care of them. And we got to heed the message. We got to listen to the light tide gems. And that's all I'm going to say. Thank y'all. You have a blessed day.
Thank you for calling in. Thank you for listening
and tapping in and sharing. We definitely appreciate you so much. We about to get up out of here. Shannon on the ones and twos. I'm Brittany Chanel. Miles doing something that we don't know what he's doing. We don't care. Y'all go check out Bravo. Streaming on Tubi. Y'all can also go check out Ether. That's also on Tubi. Record in Time will be coming really soon. Y'all can also go watch.
Hello, Tubi. Where's that at? Where's that at, Tubi?
Ashley is in there. We playing cousins.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all.
Really
I'll
quick.
find you.
Y'all go have fun. Be safe out there.
Yes,
it's a good weekend.
please
It's 87 degrees
be
outside.
safe out
so
there.
yeah, thank y'all for tuning in with us. We will see y'all Monday.
Bye.
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 Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances. 'Cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Wake up, wake up.